Rumtek Monastery was founded by Wangchuck Dorje, the 9th Karmapa Lama in the 16th century. Originally called the Dharma Chakra Center, it is located at a distance of 23 kilometers from Gangtok and about 8 kilometers from Karma Martam Retreat. The Banjhakri Falls is composed of two words, Ban meaning jungle and Jakri meaning traditional healer. According to mythological tales, a Banjhakri is a man who possesses some powers in the Nepali community of Sikkim. It is the belief of the local people that the Banjhakri resides in the jungles and lives in the rock caves where he worships the spirits. MG Road is in the heart of Gangtok and is the most happening place in town. It is the central shopping hub of this beautiful state capital with various shops, restaurants, and hotels lined up along both sides. MG Road is an open mall or boulevard square which is widely regarded to be the town center and is the best shopping destination for tourists. The entire area is free of smoke, litter, and vehicular traffic. It's a pedestrian-only zone, and vehicles are not allowed. The buildings on both sides of MG Road in Gangtok are painted green in line with the government's green initiative. It is open between 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. and closed on Tuesdays. Nathu La, one of the highest motorable roads in the world, is a mountain pass in the Himalayan peaks that co-joins Sikkim and China. Situated on the Indo-Tibetan border 14,450 feet above sea level, Nathu La is one of the most important Himalayan passes in the country. Nathu means listening ears, and La means pass. Nathu La is one of the 3 open trading border posts between India and China and is famous for its picturesque beauty and beautiful environment. Located on the old Silk Route, Nathu La Pass connects Sikkim to China's Tibet Autonomous Region. It was sealed for almost 4 decades after the People's Republic of China suppressed a Tibetan uprising in 1959. However, when the former Prime Minister of India, Atal Bihari Vajpayee visited China in 2003, talks to open the strategic route resumed. The Nathu La Pass was reopened in 2006 and since then, it has served as an official border personnel meeting point. A valid permit to visit Nathu La Pass is given to only Indian nationals. The permit is obtained by applying to the Tourism and Civil Aviation Department. This can be done with the help of a registered travel agency or through the hotel you are staying. Valid identity proof like voter's ID or driving license and 2 photographs are necessary for the same. Kids below 18 require their birth certificate and their father's voter ID or passport. Aadhaar card is not accepted. Foreigners not allowed. The Nathu La Pass is generally open for tourists from April to November, depending on the weather conditions. Also, tourists can usually access Nathu La Pass 5 days a week, often from Wednesday to Sunday, with a 2-day closure on Monday and Tuesday. Only big vehicles like Innova Krista and Mahindra Bolero are allowed. These roads were the best roads we found during our whole trip. We could see the China border and also the time zone changes to China's time.
Nathu La Pass without using the oxygen. Seal.
Oxygen cans are also available for 500 rupees and can be returned for a refund of 300 rupees on the way back if the seal is not broken. There is a village called 15th Mile, from where one can buy necessary winter wear like snow boots, jacket and gloves, which I think is a must. The oxygen level at Nathu La Pass is very low, so you can purchase some camphor and chocolates from the shop. We were lucky enough to get snowfall at Nathu La Pass. Photography is not allowed at the border where both side army personals are present, or else army personnel threaten to format the phone. Tsomgo Lake is on the way to Nathu La Pass but can be visited on the way back. Tsomgo Lake, also known as Changu Lake, is a glacial lake situated 40 kilometers from Gangtok. It is at an elevation of 12,313 feet above sea level. The lake remains frozen during the winter season. The lake's surface reflects different colors with change of seasons. There is a beautiful Buddhist theory behind the flags you see along the roads. The red, blue, yellow, green, and white flags represent the 5 generic elements of life, explained spiritually or physically. The white represents the soul. The soul that guides us to make decisions which convert into actions. There are 108 flags in a row. Most of the roads in Sikkim are damaged due to landslides. The main road to Lachung was closed due to maintenance work. Due to this, we had to take a road that took us 2 hours extra. On 3rd of October, 2023, a flash flood was triggered by a cloudburst called Glacial Lake Outburst Flood, also called GLOF, over Lanok Lake in North Sikkim. This tragic event claimed over 1,200 houses and 13 bridges that were washed away by the flash flood. The Chungthang Dam was destroyed completely, though it was not a storage dam, but it directed water to power the 1,200 megawatt Tista 3 hydropower project. Almost 80% of the Chungthang town and infrastructures along the Tista River were destroyed by these flash floods. Bhim Nala Falls is at a distance of 13 kilometers from Lachung. It is a gorgeous waterfall situated at Kadum village near Lachung. This is one of the tallest waterfalls in Sikkim, and is also called Amitabh Bachchan Falls due to its height. In May, dawn was at 4:15 a.m. and sunrise was around 4:30 a.m. Sunset was at around 6:15 p.m. and dusk was around 7 p.m. Take care of these stoves, which are found in all tea stalls at the Yumthang Market. The chimney is extremely hot and has no guard around it. There have been incidents where kids and even adults have burnt their palms by holding onto the chimney. When the drivers bring tourists to a particular shack, the shack owners give the drivers free noodles to eat. Only 15 kilometers from Lachung Valley, 0 Point Sikkim, is one of the most popular points of interest. It is also known as Yumthang in the local language. It is the last outpost of civilization, and there is no road ahead. A big car is a must to avoid the bumpy ride that leads to this point. The best time to visit is between April and May, when rhododendrons are in full bloom. The trip to 0 Point is not advisable for people suffering from breathing difficulties, for it might lead to altitude sickness. The Tourism Board of Sikkim has banned the single use of plastic, including packaged water and plastic carry bags. So we could not take bottled water to 0 Point, but can carry your own water bottle and fill it up with water. Empty water bottles are available at the Yumthang Market stalls. Since it lies in a protected area, valid permits are required to visit 0 Point. They can be obtained from the tourism office or the taxi driver in advance. Permits can also be obtained from the District Administrative Center at Mangan or at the Chungthang Subdivisional Magistrate's Office. Wear adequate warm clothing. However, you will still need to rent a pair of snow boots, gloves, and overcoats. All are available for rent at Yumthang Market, which is on the way to 0 Point. Carry enough cash since there are no ATMs around this area. Also, make sure you carry medicines in case you suffer from altitude sickness. Oxygen cans are available at the Yumthang Market. Sidkeong Tulku Bird Park was established in 2015 in a joint effort by the government of Sikkim and the tourism industry to create a sanctuary for both permanent and migratory birds. This park showcases a diverse array of flora and fauna, including over 600 species of birds. The park features well-maintained walkways and elevated bridges, providing visitors with easy access to observe the captivating bird life. The Rabdentse Ruins are about 450 meters from the bird park. There are signboards mentioning the distance to the ruins. Rabdentse Ruins was the second capital of the former Kingdom of Sikkim from 1670 to 1814. The capital city was destroyed by the invading Gurkha army, and only the ruins of the palace are seen here now. This gazebo is for people who do not want to venture to the ruins because of the distance. Only this gazebo should have had seats around it. Pemayantshe Monastery was built by Lachung in the 17th century originally. The word Pemayantshe means perfect sublime lotus. Kechipure Lake is located 34 kilometers to the northwest of Pelling town. The lake is sacred for both Buddhists and Hindus, and is believed to be a wish-fulfilling lake. Fishing and bathing are not allowed in this lake. Some say that the lake when viewed from above resembles a footprint. Some believe the footprint is that of the goddess Tara Jetsun Dolma. The Hindus believe it is that of Lord Shiva, and the Buddhists believe it is that of Lord Buddha. Just above the lake, there's the Dupukni cave. The Hindus believe that Lord Shiva meditated here, and this is the reason why every Nag Panchami festival, people flock to this lake to worship and pay their respects. Kanchenzonga Waterfalls is 24 kilometers from Pelling, and is known for its splendid beauty and glory. The waterfalls serves as a perfect picnic spot with family and friends. It is situated at a sharp curve on the roadside. Tourists need to climb around 50 steps from the road to reach the falls. There are a lot of small food stalls selling chat, tea and Maggi on the way to the falls. Rimbi Waterfalls is at a distance of 12 kilometers from Pelling. These waterfalls lie on the roadside. Rimbi waterfalls are formed from the Rimbi River. One can walk to the Buddhist statue called Changgu. On a clear day, the Kanchenzonga mountain range is clearly visible from here. But due to it being a foggy day, the Kanchenzonga mountain range was not visible. Pelling is soon offering another attraction for visitors, a passenger ropeway connecting the tourism town to the revered Sikkim Monastery and the Chanrezig Sikkim. Work on the mono-cable ropeway project spanning 962 meters in length is in its completion stage, and is likely to be completed in the next few months' time. The Pelling town is situated at a height of 6,800 feet, which was initially covered with a wild thick forest that served as home to many indigenous wild animals. The town is very small and there are very limited items available here. Even a chemist is difficult to find. St. Joseph's School, Darjeeling, is a private Catholic school. Originally called St. Joseph's College, the school was founded in the year 1888, and is owned and managed by the Jesuits. The Tenzing rock climbing is a gigantic natural rock in Darjeeling named after Tenzing Norgay. It was learned that Tenzing himself used to practice climbing on this rock. Opposite to this is the Gombu rock, named after Nawang Gombu. Since we were there around 8:30 in the morning, this activity had not yet started. Just 5 minutes away from Tenzing Rock was the tea garden. It was a lovely view down the valleys with green tea leaves. Just at the entrance of the tea garden were shops selling tea packets and spices. We could only buy from that very stall where our car had halted. The first ascent of Mount Everest in 1953 by Tenzing Norgay and Edmund Hillary sparked a keen interest in establishing a mountaineering institute in Darjeeling. The main attraction of the Himalayan Mountaineering Institute is the museum, which houses a collection of artifacts from Himalayan mountaineering expeditions and the personal items of Tenzing Norgay. The Padmaja Naidu Himalayan Zoological Park was established on 14 August 1958 in the Birch Hill neighborhood of Darjeeling. The park was renamed in 1975 when Indira Gandhi, the Prime Minister of India, visited the park and dedicated it to the memory of Padmaja Naidu. We have noticed this tiger doing this act most of the time to the people passing by close to the cage. The foundation for Japanese Peace Pagoda was laid on 3 November 1972 by Fuji Guruji himself. However, this pagoda was inaugurated after his death in 1992 by his senior-most disciples. Fuji Guruji was immensely inspired by Mahatma Gandhi. Distressed by the Hiroshima-Nagasaki bomb that was dropped, Fuji Guruji decided to promote non-violence and peace throughout the world and started constructing Peace Pagoda, or Shanti Stupa, as shrines for world peace. The Darjeeling Himalayan Railway started in 1881 and is also called the Toy Train. This toy train ride of Darjeeling is also a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and this popular ride connects Darjeeling with Siliguri. It is one of a kind experience and is one of the famous narrow 2-feet gauge trains. Just before the train passes, the women from the stalls start to cover up their stalls with plastic sheets to avoid the coal dust from settling on their products. Ghoom Monastery is the popular name of the Yiga Choling Monastery, located at Ghoom, at an elevation of 8,000 feet, 8 kilometers from Darjeeling. It is the first ever Tibetan Buddhist monastery to be built in the Darjeeling region, and was established in 1850 by Lama Sharab Gyatso. Glenaries, one of the oldest restaurants in Darjeeling, started in 1885 during the British Raj, located in a 3-story building on Nehru Road, and just a minute walk from Mall Road. Today, it is privately owned by the Edwards family in Darjeeling. The Clock Tower of Darjeeling is a historical landmark. It is located at the junction of Gandhi Road and Ladenla Road and is now a much-neglected heritage building. It is still a prominent landmark of the city, and the building on which it stands houses the Darjeeling municipality. The Chowk Market and the Mall Market are within walking distance from the tower. Himalayan Tibet Museum is a museum opened on 2 July 2015 by revered Tibetan guru Gurung Tulku, Nyima, Hoyser, Rinpoche. The museum showcases the history, tradition, religion and culture of the Tibetan community and the Himalayan belt. We stayed that night at the Villa Everest. On the way to Bagdogra Airport, we passed the Ghoom railway station. Construction of the Darjeeling Himalayan Railway began in 1879, and the railway track reached Ghoom station on 4 April 1881. The narrow-gauge tracks run alongside the road, all the way to Siliguri. Pipelines are seen all the way along the tracks for the supply of water to house it. The Darjeeling municipal town suffers from storage of water supply. Darjeeling requires a daily supply of about 15 to 18 lakh gallons of water. During the dry period, the municipality can supply only about 7 to 8 lakh gallons. A fleet of 105 trucks plies 3 or 4 trips a day from April to June, carrying 5,500 to 6,500 liters of water on each run. Each truckload of water is sold at an average of 1,000 rupees. There were a lot of tea gardens on either side of the road all the way to Siliguri.